Hello and welcome to the tutorial for the CEREC digitization of casts. The first thing you'll want to do is to navigate to your CEREC software application and open it. Once the program is open, you can navigate to the Add New Patient tab, click on it, and insert the patient's last name and first name. This will only act as a folder that will hold all of your other digitizations, so it's not crucial to have an actual patient name in this section. Once you have a patient name, you can add the Click Case or Add Case button, and then you will have to choose the three options that are shown on the left-hand side to ensure proper digitization of the casts. You will then click on the Acquisition tab at the top of the page, and this is where you will start scanning. To start scanning, you can pick up the scanner and activate it either by clicking on the button at the bottom left corner or by pushing up on the footstool. These instructions are clearly shown in the attached instruction manual. Once your light is on, you can start scanning. We recommend starting at the mid-facial aspect of the cast, working to the most posterior tooth in that quad, and then turning the camera to scan the occlusal surfaces of all the teeth from the last tooth in that quad to the last tooth in the contralateral quad, and then going on to doing the lingual surfaces of the teeth from that tooth that you left off at to the contralateral tooth in the quad, to the last tooth in the contralateral quad. And then don't forget that there is still the facial aspect of the one quadrant that you missed at the beginning, so make sure to go back and do that. We also have to make sure to capture part of the vestibule as well. In edentulous patients, this is crucial because there's not much information to go off of, so the more of the vestibule we can capture, the better. Once you're done scanning, place the scanner or light down, and then you can analyze your cast to ensure that everything has been scanned correctly and turn the Omnicam off. This can be done either by hitting on the footstep or by using the button in the bottom left corner. You can then click on the upper jaw and take your upper jaw cast, your maxillary cast, and start scanning that in the same sequence as mentioned for the mandibular cast. That is mid-facial of one quad, and then the occlusal surfaces of all the teeth to the contralateral quad, and then we do the lingual of that quad to the contralateral quad, and then we go and we scan the facial surfaces of the quad that we did not scan. For maxillary cast, we want to make sure to get the rugae, and again, that is especially important in edentulous patients, as there is not a lot of information to go off of, and these scans need to have as much information as we can to identify the patients if we need that. Again, we're trying to capture as much of the vestibule as possible. Once we're done scanning, we can put the Omnicam down, turn it off, and analyze our model to ensure that we have captured everything that we need. Once we are satisfied with the result of our maxillary cast, we can then click on the box that says buccal to capture the buccal registration. And to do this, we'll just put the two casts in occlusion. One thing to note is that the occlusion does not have to be perfect. This will simply just help in saving of the models in a more efficient manner. So once the casts are in occlusion, we will then scan them in occlusion just to get the buccal registration, and this will be completed when a green check mark appears at the top left of the buccal box. We can then put the Omnicam down, turn it off, analyze the buccal registration, and then click on the Model tab at the top. In the model page, the CEREC program will render the two casts that we scanned, and this will allow us to save them in STL format, which is needed to analyze the digitized casts. This process may take some time, so please be patient. This is sped up, but just for reference, this entire process normally takes about 1 to 2 minutes. Once the rendering of the model is complete, you will reach this page. From this page, you can adjust the digitized cast, but this is not a necessary step. After you adjust it, if required, you can then click on the logo at the top left corner. From there, you will click on Export. After exporting, you will have to rename the file. For this project, the file name will be in the format of last name _ first initial _ chart number. the program will automatically add upper jaw or lower jaw to the respective digitized cast. After naming your file, you will also need to save it. To choose the destination folder, click on the three dots next to the folder label and choose the destination in which you want to save your digitized casts. After doing that, make sure to export as an STL file and choose the reduced resolution small file option. After that, you can click export. Seric will then export your digitized casts to the folder in which you saved them in. You can now navigate to that folder in order to compress the files. Once you're in the folder and located your files, select them, right-click on the file, and then choose the Compress with Stomp option. This should only take a few seconds per file. You can then delete the STL files and leave the Stomp files. This is possible because you're able to extract an STL file from a Stomp file. Opening an STM file with Stomp will give you something that looks like this. It is very user-friendly and you can easily navigate and assess all the digitized casts. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We hope this was useful.